All right. You're 19 years old, a Roman bride now. Congratulations, I guess. Too late to run. It's 89 CE, under the reign of Emperor Domitian. Your name is Flavia, daughter of a respectable household. And tonight, Rome is going to teach you what marriage actually means. Not the saffron veil, not the scattered walnuts, not the songs and laughter. The other part, the part nobody writes down. You're barefoot on cold marble. Torches hiss and spit smoke against the walls. 7 witnesses stand behind you, silent as columns. They aren't here for beauty or celebration. They're here to make sure you do exactly what a Roman wife is required to do. And no one bothered to explain the details until now. Of course they didn't. You move forward, toward the wooden figure in the corner, draped in cloth. Your hands are shaking so badly you hide them inside your sleeves. Every eye in the room is on you. No one offers help. No one looks away. Your mother's words echo from this morning. Do not resist. Whatever they require, do not resist. Now you understand why she cried while braiding your hair. Here's something Rome never pretends otherwise about. Marriage is not romance. Marriage is a transfer of ownership. Your father signed you away. Your husband received you. You are the property. The contract is the ceremony. Your body is the receipt. Welcome to adulthood, Roman style. You're still thinking about the crowd outside, the men shouting obscene songs, laughing loudly because Rome believes laughter keeps away evil spirits. Maybe it does. Or maybe it's just an excuse for grown men to shout instructions at a terrified teenage bride. You decide. Marcus Petronius Rufus, your new husband, 25 years older than you, carried you over the threshold earlier. It was supposed to be sweet. It wasn't. It was a reminder. Brides used to be dragged inside whether they wanted to enter or not. Now the door is shut, the noise fades, the silence feels heavier. You finally take in the atrium, a pronuba, the senior woman who controls the entire night. A priest. 3 female slaves holding basins and folded cloth. A physician with a leather bag resting at his feet. And in the corner, still waiting, the draped wooden shape. It's crowded for something everyone pretends is private. The pronuba grips your hands like she's catching a runaway animal. Firm, precise, professional. You are now in your husband's house, she says. Translation: you belong here now. She guides you toward the draped figure. You feel the witnesses staring into your back like nails. Rome loves witnesses. Rome trusts nothing without documentation, signatures, and enough people to swear it happened. Survival here has rules. You learn them quickly or you break. Rule 1. Keep your head down and your mouth shut. You pull the cloth away. There it is. A wooden figure carved into a shape Rome barely speaks of out loud. Mutunus tutunus, a fertility god. A god brides must greet before their husbands are allowed near them. The shape leaves no room for misunderstanding. Its purpose becomes clear as the pronuba begins to explain what you must do. Mutunus tutunus was Rome's deity of fertility and sexual initiation. We know he existed because ancient writers mention him only briefly, always with discomfort. St. Augustine, writing centuries later as Christianity overtook Rome, described the ritual with open outrage. Roman brides, he wrote, were required to perform a seated offering involving the statue, a sacred duty before consummation. You freeze. The room waits. The pronuba leans closer, her voice low and unyielding. You must ask his blessing, she says. You must offer yourself as tradition requires. Your stomach drops. Your mother's warning finally makes sense. And here's the part no one told you. This ritual is not symbolic. It's procedural. It's the first step in Roman verification. Quick pause. If you're still with me, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next descent. Now, back to Rome. The witnesses step closer. The priest murmurs a prayer. The physician adjusts his stance, already preparing for his role. You stand trapped between tradition and carved wood, and something becomes painfully clear. You are not here to be honored. You are here to be confirmed. The pronuba moves behind you, repositioning you like furniture. No softness, no privacy, just hands, commands, and watching eyes. They call it sacred. You can already tell it's bureaucracy wrapped in religion. Here's the truth. Rome never admits out loud. Every ritual tonight exists because men need proof. Proof you were untouched. Proof you obey. Proof that any children will belong to your husband and not to someone shouting songs outside. You are not a partner in this marriage. You are evidence. The pronuba gives instructions in a calm, practiced tone, the voice of someone who has done this too many times to feel anything about it anymore. The witnesses lean forward, not close enough to help, just close enough to report. Your knees tremble, your face burns. You do it anyway. Because Rule 2, refusal is punished, and Rome never pays the price. Women do. When it's over, the slaves move quickly. One brings a bronze basin, another pours scented water over your arms as if rinsing you back to neutral. You're shaking, but no one looks at your face. They've done this before. They'll do it again tomorrow. The priest mutters another prayer. Even he sounds bored. Roman religion isn't tender. It isn't comforting. It's a checklist. Gesture, sacrifice, smoke, done. Your body has just been added to the list. Then the physician steps forward. He's older, hair tied back, leather bag close at hand. He doesn't greet you. He doesn't need to. You're not a patient. You're a case. He already examined you earlier before the ceremony. That record, confirming your virginity, is sealed. That was the before. Now he needs the after. The pronuba nods. The witnesses shift. You stare at the floor and try not to think. The physician works with cold efficiency, like someone inspecting a shipment of grain. To him, you are not a frightened girl on her wedding night. You are property being verified. He finishes and delivers a short, clinical statement. A slave records it on a wax tablet. If your husband ever brings you to court, these 7 people can testify to every second of tonight. You want to scream. You don't. Screaming was never one of your options. The pronuba announces that the rituals of preparation are complete, which means the real ordeal hasn't even begun. They lead you to the bedchamber. The door is left open on purpose. Oil lamps line the walls, their flames steady and bright. Shadows stretch and sway across the room, as if the walls themselves are paying attention. This is not intimacy. This is observation. Marcus steps inside at last. He doesn't look at you right away. His eyes flick instead toward the pronuba, like a nervous apprentice waiting for approval. That surprises you. You expected confidence, authority, something decisive. Instead, he looks like a man about to take an exam he didn't study for. You sit on the edge of the bed. The sheets feel rough beneath your fingers. You try to keep your hands still. They refuse. The pronuba speaks the formal words she has spoken for decades. The gods have blessed this union. Let the marriage be consummated according to the laws of Rome. The words fall heavy, like iron links settling around your chest. The room feels smaller. Your heart climbs into your throat. And then the realization hits you, sharp and late. Everything so far was just preparation. The real verification hasn't even begun. The door remains open, the lamps stay bright. You sit there trying to breathe like a normal person, while every rule Rome ever invented presses down on your ribs. Marcus finally looks at you, not with desire, not with tenderness, more like he's checking whether a shipment arrived intact. Welcome to Roman marriage. Romance optional, verification mandatory. He sits beside you. The bed creaks. The pronuba clears her throat, a signal, not a suggestion. The witnesses shift in the hallway, close enough to hear everything. That's the point. Here's what museum plaques don't tell you. Roman consummation wasn't private. It was a legal step, like stamping a document, except the document is you. Marcus tries to touch you gently at first. Maybe he's trying to be kind. Maybe he's terrified. Hard to tell. His hand hovers, then settles on your shoulder, awkward, uncertain, as if you might shatter. You don't. But something inside you folds quietly. He keeps glancing toward the doorway, at the pronuba, at the physician's shadow behind her, as if one of them might tell him how to do this correctly. And here's the cruel part no one warned either of you about. You're both trapped. He has to perform. You have to comply. They have to witness. Everyone has a role. No one is allowed to leave. You lie back because there's nowhere else to go. The sheet beneath you scratches against your skin. Your hands won't stop shaking. Marcus whispers something meant to comfort you, but you can't hear it over your own heartbeat. The pronuba steps forward once, briefly checking positioning. Yes, that's real. Then she steps back and nods, like a teacher waiting for a student to pass an exam. And eventually, awkwardly, quietly, Marcus does. The tension in the room never breaks. The witnesses